Good morning. Welcome to EFT and Louise Hay. I always have interesting hair. It doesn't look this high in the mirror. Harmony surrounds me. What is harmony? I'm a musician. Tuffy, could you please not eat my tripod? Hey, don't chew the tripod. I have a dog. He's chewing the tripod. He doesn't need to do that. I'm a musician. I sing. I have sung in a professional choir. Tuffy, don't eat the tripod. I sang in a professional choir for about 10 years, both the Toronto Mendelssohn Choir and the Calgary Philharmonic Choir. And when we sing harmonies, we sing something different than somebody else is singing. Tuffy, stop eating the tripod. I have a little poodle here. He's young. He's bored. But if he's in his own kennel, he cries. So he wants to be by me, but he has to eat the tripod while he's by me. Don't eat the tripod. Stay here. Good boy. Harmony. He's doing his thing. I'm doing my thing. We would like to have that not be the tripod being consumed. So yesterday I was able to conduct music in church, and I love the... You keep your little mouth right here. Off. This is Tuffy. Here, he's going to sit with me. I love conducting music in church. I love singing. I love hymns. I love very complicated music. I like very uncomplicated music. I love it all. I love to sing when I'm singing hymns, and they're usually written in 4 parts. I love to sing the tenor, an octave up, because it almost becomes a descant. So when we're singing in harmony, we're singing a line that not everybody else is singing, but it fits in with everybody else's. And it enriches the whole experience. So this is what Louise says about harmony. We are each a divine idea expressing through the one mind in harmonious ways. We have come together because there is something we need to learn from each other. We have a purpose in being together. There is no need to fight this purpose or to blame one another for what is happening. It is safe for us to work on loving ourselves so that we may benefit and grow from this experience. We choose to work together to bring harmony into the business at hand and into every area of our own lives. Everything we do is based on the one truth, the truth of our beings and the truth of life. Divine right action is guiding us every moment of the day. We say the right word at the right time and follow the right course of action at all times. Each person is part of the harmonious whole. There is a divine blending of energies as people work joyfully together, supporting and encouraging each other in ways that are fulfilling and productive. We are successful in every area of our work and our lives. We are healthy, happy, loving, joyful, respectful, supportive, and at peace with ourselves and with each other. So be it, and so it is. So as we think about harmony, and I like the fact that she talks about divine right action is guiding us every moment of the day. How do we hear that divine right action? Well, in our Qigong practice that we just practiced before this, we breathed in happiness today. We released any extra energy that isn't happiness. So as we breathe in these positive, wonderful emotions, acknowledging as well the emotions that aren't harmonious, and I'm just going to put my book away so we can tap, so we can say, even though I don't always feel like I'm in harmony, I love and accept myself, and I'm willing to learn how to create more harmony. Even though sometimes I have emotions that are extremely intense, I get angry, I get bitter, I get resentful, I receive all of those things. Even though those things come in, I can receive them and process them quickly and swiftly, because I see them as instructive. I take action based on them, based on the information that they give me. And that action is always the divine right action, because I love myself. So what does that really mean? Sounds contradictory, sounds counterproductive, sounds a little paradoxical, doesn't it? But as we receive all of who we are, so maybe something happened and we're really angry about it, and we're inviting in our meditative process, yes, we're inviting in the feelings of happiness, and we're letting go of the feelings of anger. But how do you let go of the feelings of anger until you felt them? We can't share things until we possess them. So as that feeling of anger comes in, we can tap. We can pound on our fists if you don't want to have anybody watch you tapping and think, oh, that person's really, really weird. They're doing all this silly tapping stuff. We can do what's called stealth tapping. You just tap your hand like this. Lots of people bounce. You can see people that are bouncing their heels all the time. They're actually tapping. They're moving energy. They're moving stuff. When they understand what they're doing, they can do it even more proactively, and they can move it a little bit more swiftly. But as we receive that anger, as we receive that disappointment, as we receive that bitterness and resentment, as it comes in and we see it for what it is, then we can, if we're not aware of it, if it just comes in and it sticks to us, that's where we get the blockages. But when we become aware of it and go, oh, I'm really angry right now. What is it that I'm angry about? Even though I'm really angry right now and I don't know why I'm angry, it's okay to feel all of my feelings, and I love myself unconditionally. And as we make those observations, we start to discover why we're angry. I'm angry because I've been taking too much negative energy from this particular situation, and I could set up a boundary that says, you know what, I'm going to set up whatever the boundary needs to be. And then we use the anger to instruct us, and we can now let go of the anger because we've set that boundary, we've kept ourselves safe. Anger is usually an emotion that is a secondary emotion after another emotion. And the other emotion is often fear, impotence, not being able to do stuff, not being able to have a voice. So anger is usually something that instructs us about something else. So as we become aware, as we receive our anger and become aware of what it is, and especially as we tap, do those bouncings, do that meditation, breathe in really, really deeply. I'm feeling really angry right now. That old adage of counting to 10. Then we can discover why we're angry. We can make changes about that. We can then we can move that anger and process it much more quickly, and can come back to that equilibrium of happiness and joy and peace and contentment and gratitude. In the new year, I will be setting up EFT and Louise Hay practice groups. And in the practice group, we'll come together. We'll probably start with you can send ahead of time, you can send questions or things that you're dealing with. We could work on that together as a group. Or we will start with a Louise Hay treatment for the day and take it from there and see what discussion and what tapping we can come together. And as we tap together as a group, we borrow benefits from each other. So we might be working on something that Sally is working on, but we're tapping together on that. And as we work on that with Sally, we collapse any energies in us that resonate with things that Sally is working on. And so it becomes a very cohesive, very collaborative space of healing. It's a very wonderful space and a wonderful practice to do. So watch for that on my website in January. We'll be offering that on a regular basis for an hour long. We'll get together on Zoom and tap ourselves into happiness and joy. Namaste. Watch for my website, roxywright.com. I've got myself and my handy-dandy new assistant, Janine, are putting together things on there that are going to really benefit all of us and the whole planet. They are benefiting us and the whole planet because I'm already practicing them. I'm just putting them together to give more people access to them. Namaste. I love you. I'm going to actually present another one because this was yesterday's, but I just can't let harmony go. Harmony must be spoken about and sung.